Kelly with the Santa Paula Times, and this is Good Morning Santa Paula. It's Thursday, May 29th. What the heck date is it? The 28th. I don't know from one day to the other what day it is lately, but anyway, and we have with us today Santa Paula's mayor, Rick Araiza, who's going to update us on different aspects of what's been going on with the council and the city's budget, maybe a little, just some comments on that. Also, other issues that are so important to Santa Paula, like business reopening and what's going to happen with our kids, and just a lot of stuff we'll discuss today. And anyway, good morning, Rick. It's always nice seeing you.
Good morning, Peggy. Always nice talking.
Yes, absolutely. So the council had a budget session yesterday. It was just a workshop. I know that at this point.
Right. We had our budget workshop yesterday. Went a couple hours. Each department, except for Public Works, but we're going to have that next week. But the other departments, we had recreation, finance, police, administration. They all presented a potential budget and wanted really to get some insight from the council where our priorities were, because as people may have heard, we are in a deficit. We're losing money at this point. We're trying to balance a budget, and as Dan Singer, our city manager, said, he's never in his entire career been unsure about where we're going to be in 2 months. We don't know what the revenues are going to be from the taxes. Everybody has huge unemployment, and
yes.
The sales tax has just gone really a loss, and we're guessing with, and it's educated guesses by the state, but we don't know how accurate it's going to be. So we are anticipating losses in over $1 million.
Ooh, ouch.
So
yeah.
I can't give the exact figure yet because we're still working on that, but we're trying to tighten our budget, tighten our belts, and every department was realistic in where they have to cut. So,
yeah, that's a hard decision, and then of course it has to be either encouraged or discouraged by the council ultimately. But and the sad part is, or maybe of course the sad part is all of us are in this, and all the cities are in this, and the county is in this, and it's just everybody scrambling to try to save what they have already as far as services and things like that. And it's just really tough with this,
and especially
the economy.
The entire economy is in a flux right now because our water rates have gone up,
yes.
but we've ordered no shutoffs. So with that, a tremendous amount of people are behind in their water bill. So how we'll ever catch up, we don't know. So that affects the enterprise fund as well, which normally,
and that's usually the one that doesn't fluctuate.
That's usually the one that's flush. Because it pays for itself. But with people not being able to pay their water bills because they're unemployed, we're not shutting them off, so they continue to use their water. What are we going to do? I mean, those are tough decisions that have to be made, and it's not an easy one.
Oh boy, I know I feel sorry for the public, and I feel sorry for the council and the city, and I know they take a lot of heat, and people sometimes don't realize everything that's behind these things, and it is hard. It's hard for everyone. And everybody tempers are razor thin, but I think everybody's pretty well reconciled themselves to the fact that we don't know what's going to be going on we don't know how long. We have no control over
really
what's going to happen in the future with the virus.
Yeah, we really don't know. I know the federal government was trying to help with stimulus checks to people and in improving the unemployment payments. But at the same time, I just shot off a couple letters on behalf of the city to both the governor and president and our representatives to look at the cities. The stimulus money is coming to individuals, but the cities are also in dire need of help because of what is going on. Now, some of those monies are still coming in. You'll still see the street improvements continue because those are designated monies that came in from the state. But in the long term, those will be affected also. So
Right.
we're looking at different options. We're looking at refinancing because interest rates are down. So we just did the water bonds. We may have to do a sewer bond. So those are potential items that we're looking at to save some money.
Yes. And I know you do save money in the long run with those, and your debt goes down. And I know it's just, I don't know. I mean, and you're going to have several more meetings before you finalize the budget. And of course, this came up at the last second, more or less, at the end of your, fourth quarter, or the beginning of your fourth quarter, more or less. So, because you have to adopt the budget by the end of June.
End of June, we have a budget. We just finished our budget workshop. We're going to have one other budget workshop before our meeting in June, our first meeting in June. So that'll be Public Works and the enterprise funds. Right after that, we're going to go right into our budget. First, look at the actual budget, and then we'll come back in 2 weeks with a budget once we look at it and give our direction. And we're anticipating the last week in June to approve what will be a final budget. And it just looks like it'll be approval of a budget with anticipation of an adjustment sometime in the next couple months. So,
and hopefully that's an adjustment up and not an adjustment down.
Yes, we're hoping that.
And then of course that's also because we've got more businesses opening up. Perhaps you could kind of update us on what's been going on with the reopening, and we're still in phase 2, I believe you'd said.
Yeah, yes, we're still in phase 2, but we're nearing the end of phase 2, which is now, we just got word that barbershops, beauty salons can reopen. Restaurants were able to open a week ago, which was last Thursday. Most didn't open right away. It came so quick. Ventura County was the largest county to actually get the okay to enter into that phase 2. Something that comes to me all the time is people are asking, why are we opening so fast? Why is the city not doing anything? Well, we have no health department in the city. We are under the Ventura County Health Directive. So even though we are an independent city, we don't have a health department per se. So we're under the county. The county is the one that is opening up. We are following the county rules.
And the county governs all the cities when it comes to health issues.
Exactly. So I know I'm getting some calls from different businesses wanting to know how to reopen. They need to go to register with the county. I believe it's reopen, VC reopen, and go through their guidelines, go through their checklist, make sure they go through a safety plan. That guideline has to be posted, and then they have to sign an affidavit that they've gone through with their staff and are social distancing and using safety precautions. So those are the basic idea on how to reopen. But for more detail, they need to get to the Ventura County website, and health department also has it. So those are things that we, as most of you know, I own a restaurant. My family does, not myself. And we did reopen on Saturday. It took us a few days to go through the safety precautions, do some social distancing, and it's been a slow reopening. I think everywhere I've gone, others are now opening also, but it's a slow. People are still hesitant and hopefully still using their safety measures. It doesn't mean this does not mean the pandemic is over. It just means that we're slowly coming out of it. Continue with your safety measures. It's very, very important to continue with that.
Yes. Now, I was in La Cabana the other night for dinner, and I was, boy, you guys really, restaurant owners really have to jump through a lot of hoops. I mean, I was really kind of astonished. Now, I want to ask you, though, how come no salt and pepper shaker on the table?
Well, we had the option. If we put them out there, they have to be able to be disinfected. So we didn't want to have any way of showing that if the salt happened to kind of like like a water, when you have anti-siphon valves, we didn't think that we could do an anti-siphon on the salt. So we went to individual salt and pepper shakers. Everything is off the tables. Everything is disinfected once somebody leaves.
Oh, absolutely.
So you get individual packets of ketchup, individual packets of salt and pepper. The chips baskets also need to be disinfected. So we went with with the cardboard
The disposables. And you have the
disposable.
disposable menus now too.
Yes, we went disposable menus. We could have gone with laminated that had to be disinfected each time. We're giving it a try with the just throwaway menus at this point. Maybe in a few weeks, if the curve continues to slow down, we'll go to disinfecting the menus. But we want to make sure we're 100% effective on not on safety measures.
Absolutely. And people have to realize that, and of course, all the restaurants that have reopened or even haven't reopened, including yourself, have takeout. A lot of them still are offering takeout. You're offering takeout. So, people are a little hesitant about dining in at this point. Plus the fact you have to reduce your capacity by about a half, didn't you?
Yes.
With the social distancing, you had to shut down every other table.
Yes, we had to shut down every other table, social distancing. It's been a slow, people are still hesitant. I'm glad that people are still using safety measures, and we're hoping at some point in the next month or so that it'll be a little better. So
yes,
we anticipate that.
Yes, absolutely. Now, back at the council chambers, when do you think people might start to be able to attend the meetings again? I know that we were talking about that's in the next phase, perhaps.
Yes, I believe it'll be in the next phase. We're still Zooming at this point. And that next phase will also be for larger congregations like the Boys and Girls Club. As I mentioned, I have a safety meeting with them on Monday.
Oh, yes.
Jan has been putting together her safety plan, and we're hoping that by the summer, when the need is there, that the Boys and Girls Club will be able to reopen with social distancing as well and safety measures. So I'll go over that plan with the fire chief from Fillmore. We are on the safety committee, so we'll be looking at that. That's probably going to be in phase 3 at the end of that. So we anticipate going over that this Monday, seeing where we can put together a safe plan.
Okay. Do you have anything else you'd like to offer today? I know that we've covered a lot of ground.
No, I just hopefully businesses are looking to open. Make sure they go and register, because once they register, and some didn't register, and I got calls, I didn't know I was supposed to register, because then you get on the email list and you get information. So that's
very important.
That's a great item. Once you register, the county will be sending you information.
Okay, great. Well, Rick, as always, thank you. Thank you for stopping into your own home to talk to us. So there you go.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And we'll talk to you again soon. Once again, this is Good Morning Santa Paula. I'm Peggy Kelly, and be sure to watch on www.kadytv.net and subscribe, and that way we'll be able to bring you even more programming. Everybody stay safe, wash your hands, and stay well. Bye-bye.